What's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Southern Guy here, and this is your official WWE Raw Results and Review for the 12/19/16 for the 19th December 19th, 2016 Monday Night Raw review for today. They're happening from the South Harrison Center in Ohio. Tonight's Monday Night Raw kicked off with Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens in the ring. They start off Raw. Owens welcomes us to the Kevin Owens show and welcome Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens show like that. I even heard the name first, your name first. This is where it got nothing to do with make sure what little says about this. Okay. Let's see. The show started off with Mick Foley's music hits. Foley had to hold it right there. There, Chris. You didn't talk about Santa. You don't talk about Santa that way. Let me tell you about Santa. I know who. He knows when you're naughty, and he knows when you've been nice. And you've been real naughty, Chris. And I want to expend on punishment. Why don't you talk about what happened after the match? Owens, are you proud of that? That could have been the end of my career. Foley, that's what's known as payback. Owens is our national treasure. Chris, then that's right, Foley. What the hell are you wearing? Foley, really? You don't get to tell me what the worst thing you ever seen is. This is when the things got worse. Worst ever seen. Foley takes his sports coat to reveal a terrible shirt. The only reason Reigns and Rollins aren't out here right now is because I promised them more vengeance tonight. Right here in Pittsburgh. Owens, but then we got Pittsburgh for a second. Foley right there in Columbus, Ohio. Owens, you know what, Foley, you're trying to throw us off our game. You saw what happened last night. Bottom line is we made sure I win tonight. Well, figure something out. Foley, you always find a way. Chris Jericho always finds a way to get involved. It stops right here at the Royal Rumble. Santa brought you two a present from the North Pole. A small cage is lowered at the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns will get his rematch, and Chris Jericho will get in this cage and be suspended above the ring during the match. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens argue. That's crap. Jericho calls the cage flimsy and he gets in the cage to show how crappy it is. Foley locks him in. Foley looks for the key and says he forgot the key. He signals for the cage to be raised. It is slowly raised above the ring. Foley said, well, find that key. In the meantime, you have a nice day. Foley leaves, walks off. So now we got Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns in the rematch at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Universal title. And Chris Jericho will be raised above the ring during that match inside a cage. Small cage during the match. So Chris Jericho will not be able to interfere in the Universal Championship match at the Royal Rumble at all. He will be locked inside the cage. But we're going to move onward with this. We're going to get to the more stuff. Let's get on to the next segment. We get a backstage segment. We return and Chris Jericho is getting oxygen from the doctors in the back. Owens is telling him they need to get their head in the game for tonight. We said Enzo Amore is named arms, a certified G, and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And that's right. When this is Big Cass, he is 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, the realest guys in the ring. Cass and Rusev. Big Cass versus Rusev match. So, Cass throws several right heads and then punts Rusev in the corner. Cass hammers away at Rusev. Cass keeps going, and the referee calls for the bell. DQ. Rusev is finally able to get away and run through the crowd to get away. Winner by DQ, Rusev defeats Big Cass. Sasha Banks makes her way down to the ring with a crutch and a knee brace on her leg. She talks about losing last night and title, wanting a rematch. And then Nia Jax's music hits, and she makes her way down to the ring. Nia said, "I don't know why Charlotte even wasted her time with you." This leads to Nia Jax taking knocking the knee out from under Sasha Banks, but she was going to use a crutch, but she actually dropped the crutch. So I don't know if we're going to see some kind of feud there or not. Some kind of feud there between Nia Jax and Sasha Banks or not, but it looks like we may be seeing a feud. But she said she ain't no boss. She's just a little girl. Above all, you're just a little girl. Nia Jax takes the crutch out from under Sasha. Sasha had to fight back, but Nia throws across the ring, but throws away. Backstage segment with Cesaro and Sheamus walking to Mick Foley. Mick Foley office and he congratulates them on their win. Newly unveiled new Raw Tag Team titles. They are red now. The belts, the straps are red now. They're the same design, but with a red belt with the silver plates. He works backstage with the crushing destruction. He tells Foley, Sami Zayn only lasted 10 minutes because Braun Strowman let him. He wants revenge to that. Mick Foley tells Braun that he is convinced Sami Zayn is to take the night off. He probably 100 miles away now. By now, Braun tells Mick that he doesn't want to hear or else. Nomdar versus Cedric Alexander. Winner of this match. Lucha, a clothesline and a lumbar check for the win. Winner Cedric Alexander defeats Nomdar. New Day comes out. We get a match tonight. Gallows and Anderson and the Shining Stars versus New Day and Cesaro, the new tag team champions, Cesaro Sheamus. Winners of the match, New Day and Sheamus and Cesaro. Neville comes out for a promo. Neville last night, I single-handedly destroyed the Cruiserweight Championship champion Rick Swann and his buddy T.J. Perkins. And you people deserve and cheer me. That's rich. It's been a long time since you people cheer me for me. Usually the only people cheer for me if I'm getting beat up. I think I'm going to lose it. I don't need your cheers or your pity. You make no bones about this because this is awarded. If your favorite happens to be on 205 Live, that's too bad because I am going to eliminate that division. Rick Swann comes out. You can share anything you want as long as it's best. You could have it. We said Kendrick and Neville attack Rick Swann. Neville stomps down on him until Perkins runs out to make the save. Perkins is right into it. A kick from Neville, who beats down T.J. Perkins and Swann. Neville leads them to Kendrick, who hits Silent Spread 2 to T.J. Perkins. Titus O'Neil versus St. Cara. Titus O'Neil versus St. Cara. The match barely started when Braun Strowman's music hits. He comes down and destroys Titus O'Neil on the outside. Takara tries to leap over the top rope, but Braun caught him, gets slammed. He picks up Sin Cara and carries him towards the stage, and he tosses him off throws him off the side of the stage through the presence and all that stuff. In-ring promo with Charlotte. Charlotte makes her way down to the ring. There's her way down the ring. The Queen, 4-time Women's Champion. We get Charlotte versus Bayley in a match. Winner of the match was Bayley with the belly to Bayley. Bayley defeats Charlotte. Bayley rolls up Charlotte to get the win. Bayley defeats Charlotte. Bayley is now 3-0 over Charlotte. We see our final segment. Enzo Amore is forced to be certify sensitive training. He makes fun of Jinder Mahal and the major equality of it. And at the end we see Rusev and Jinder Mahal team up to beat down Enzo. Main event of WWE Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Winner by DQ, Roman Reigns. Because Braun Strowman interfered. Owens and Jericho double team Rollins. Braun gets in the ring, and Owens and Jericho head for the heel. Braun grabs Seth Rollins and hits a running power slam. And Owens and Jericho roll Roman Reigns. Run power slam on Seth Rollins, and Jericho and Owens rolls Roman Reigns back into the ring with Braun. Braun Strowman hits a running power slam on Roman Reigns to end Monday Night Raw. That is your WWE official Monday Night Raw review of results for tonight, 12 on December 19th, 2016. I hope y'all enjoyed the WWE Monday Night Raw review for tonight. Remember, don't forget to subscribe to my channel at Southern Guy 175 on YouTube.com. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, as always, at Danny Parker 27. I hope y'all enjoyed the WWE Monday Night Raw review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, and comment, and follow me on everything. Follow me on everything. Follow me on Instagram, Junior Danny Parker, and follow me on. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Danny Parker 27. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel at Southern Guy 175. Hope y'all enjoyed this WWE Raw results for 12/19/16/26C. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to view it, like it, and subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoyed the Raw review for tonight. Tomorrow is WWE SmackDown Live. I will have an official SmackDown Live. We're getting into the final weeks of December. I think the last Raw is on the 26th, and that'll be my official last Raw review of the year. I will be start planning new stuff, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to the latest one I'm going to be doing. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter at Danny Parker 27. Subscribe to the channel at subscribe to my channel Southern Guy 175 on YouTube.com. The best show going right now on YouTube.com. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I hope you have a great rest of your Monday night. Thank you, and have a good night.